And we have a knife from Kubey. All right, I want to say, when was the last time that I checked out a knife from Kubey? I want to say maybe I haven't. I've checked out Kubey OEM knives, right, from other companies like Divo Knives and such. I don't think I've seen a specific Kubey knife or checked one out like specifically from the brand up until now. So this is exciting. Right, it looks like we have a 14C28N blade steel with titanium, right? That's color gray, and of course Kubey is made overseas in China, in case you didn't already know that. Let's go ahead and get into the box here. All right, shall we? Get that open. Bam, there is the knife. We got a Kubey wiping cloth, and there it is in its full glory. All right, let's go ahead and get the box out of the way here so we can focus on the knife itself, right? Man, first impression, it feels good on hand. Lightweight, titanium definitely helps with the weight department there. We have loving the titanium and blue accents going on. I love that they do the sort of milled in pivot color, right? Very similar to something you will see from like Divo knives. Here's the Divo NIP. Has the DK, right, embossed in there. I want to say Kubey might have been the OEM on the Divo NIP, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, they do something similar with their pivots as well. It's got the K and the B, more or less. And it looks like this one's going to be a front flipper, right? Got a whole opening hole for thumb deployment and reverse flick. Frame lock style locking mechanism. Let's go ahead and open the knife. Okay. I had to put a little bit more pressure there than I would have wanted to for that front flipper. Let's try it again. All right, maybe it's just me getting a fair, first feel for it. There we go. That's a lot easier now. Bam, there it is. I will tell you the jimping is very close together, right? Very grippy, very bitey, a front flipper. And there's a frame lock with a steel bar insert. And let's go ahead and close, right? Ooh, drop shot, close. Reverse flick. I want to say the detent. How good is the detent here? Pretty decent detent, right? Maybe if it was a little bit stiffer, right? Could have maybe get, a better reverse flick. Again, it's all a matter of calibrating. There we go. Now we're talking. All right. And of course, thumb deployment. I would be the total noob to put additional pressure on the lock bar, right? That's me. Count on me to do that. I'll show you an example of what not to do with a frame lock knife. But there we go. See, I keep showing you examples of what not to do. But yeah, good deployment, solid deployment options there. Looks like we have a, what do we want to classify this? A drop point or a clip point? I mean, this section here is straight. So that looks like a clip point, perhaps. Got some belly to it. Beautiful, looks like a machine satin, bell satin finish going on. And we got the sheep logo. I'm not entirely sure who the sheep logo designer is, but future me. All right, go ahead and put that on the screen. All right, 14C 28N steel. All right, pretty good budget steel, right? But you are getting some premium handle materials for sure, right? Beautiful titanium, right? It's not milled or anything, but it looks, it has a very fine milling that you can, see with your naked eye, but you can tell, rubbing your finger through it. So titanium there. We do have steel hardware. Titanium backspacer, which is anodized blue. Pocket clip is anodized blue. Now, why am I getting pull from this side, but not this side? That's interesting. I'm getting a little bit of pull there. Yeah, that's a steel insert. Stress relief on the outside. And again, that front flipper. Bam, very, very snappy front flipper to say the least. Now, I like what they did here with the pivot, right? Put sort of like a flathead groove in there. So if you don't have this looks to be a T8. If you don't have a T8, then you can just use maybe like a quarter or a flathead screwdriver and, loosen up the pivot that way. You can do the same thing back here, which I think, again, is pretty unique. Very nice. Well done. Right? Interesting approach. And yeah, ergonomically, it feels pretty good on hand, right? And put my thumb here and the jimping. I feel solid and locked in. Can also forward choke if I wanted to, right? Safely forward choke there and rest my thumb this way. Bam. All right, looking pretty good. Let's do some size comparisons here, shall we? Next to the PM2 and the Para 3. It's actually a little bit bigger than the Para 3, but shorter than the PM2. Here's the Demko AD 20.5 and the Kunwu Chad, right? So shorter than the Chad and bigger than the AD 20.5. Civivi Vision FG, right? Actually very comparable there. And also, let's see, very comparable to the Varatas. This one being the budget version. All right, check it out right there. And last but not least, here is the Vosteed Raccoon and the CJRB Pyrite. Right, chances are you own one of those knives. So this more or less gives you a ballpark. It is a little bit bigger than the Raccoon, therefore, of course, bigger than the Pyrite. All right, so let's do our scientific cutting test. I got a piece of paper here from an old health insurance textbook. Let's see how we do. Yeah, definitely gonna go through paper very well. That 14C 28N, putting in work. Bam, all right. Feels pretty sharp, I'll tell you that. Even after, I know for a fact this thing has seen some use from all the other guys in the knife pass around. But yeah, she can cut, ladies and gentlemen. No surprises, no secrets there for sure. It can do paper all day, every day, right? Keep in mind our cutting test is very scientific. Wink, wink. So I got some cardboard right here. And, you know, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle like that. And so it should look something like this. Yeah, pretty good. Again, flat grind going on. Not a full flat grind, but about the halfway point. A little bit more than halfway, actually. You can sort of see it there where the light hits it. Yeah, so maybe like a 70% flat grind, right? But yes, as long as you get it proper technique diagonally, boom, effortless cuts all day, every day with this guy. You guys rate it in the comments. Let me know. How sharp is this guy on a scale from 1 through 10? Bam. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the Kubey. And did we get a model name on this one? No, I still don't know what the model name is. But I will put it on the screen for you because, again, this is my raw first impressions reactions video. So I didn't like look it up just to have that information for you or whatever. Like this is, I got the box, I'm unboxing it and just sharing that raw impression with you, what my first takes are as I see this knife out of the box. So this is not a review video in any way, shape, or form. Of course, the review video is coming down the line. I wanted to say this earlier. You do have good access to that lock bar, by the way. So yes, the review video is coming up after I get a chance to carry the knife here for quite some time. I'll be gathering feedback as much as I can to make that video. So if you're not yet subscribed, this will be a great time to go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button if you haven't already. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And of course, this knife and every other knife will be linked down below. So if you want to check prices, availability, variants, by the time you're watching this video, I would have already looked all that up and linked it for you in the description and the pinned comments. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that is completely up to you and at zero extra cost. Guys, let me know what do you want to know for the review video. What questions do you have about this knife? Let's hang out in the comment section down there. Let me know your thoughts on this one. You guys can support the channel on Patreon or right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. And if you made it to the end, you are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Really means a ton to me. Check out these two unboxing videos on your screen right here, left and right. Chances are you're really going to enjoy one of those next. Chances are you're going to enjoy watching one of those next. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Either this one or this one. Peace.